Wow, so many thoughts going through my head. Okay, walk done. And I've been able to do that every day for it sure seems like over a week, definitely over a week. And I'm trying to fit in 2 hours of a workout that doesn't kill me. I can't do anything too repetitive, or else I will irritate the joints that I've been busy healing. It's like the joints have been healing up, but the muscle that holds the joints together was in fight flight, which most people are going to deal with if you've got stress in your life. That's what is like arthritis of the muscle or arthritis of the bone, is you're wearing something out. And we're seeing arthritis in kids. So that means genetically our behaviors are getting a lot more intense even for our kids. So the trick is to relieve all stress. So now the goal for me is to find a job and typically that is where we gain our stresses from. So it's a challenge for me. So the only way that I can move forward in the direction that is best for me is to do what I love doing, what I sing at doing, what I am the most calm at, the most relaxed at, um, which is talking about a freaking tool that claims to uh, be able to solve every problem known to the human experience. Kind of love that topic. Um, so while we're dealing with global challenges, uh, that is the most challenging conversation, because the only reason we got to where we are today is because some big genius always says, here's the answer to everything. And we bought into it. So we're not about to buy into another, here's the answer to everything. And it's kind of looking like the same problem. Because after all, if I'm working, everybody seems to have worked for somebody else and lost everything. Everybody seems to have saved their money, played the game the way the rules are supposed to be played, and lost at it. So we're not about to trust anybody else's new, here's the answer to everything. But at the end of the day, you got to feed yourself. So it's like you can't fight the system, you have to transform the system. Um, Bruce Lee said it best, is you're strongest when you go with the energy. And if you kind of look at how evil was successful, evil infiltrated government. Like evil went into the controlling forces and changed it from within. So it only makes logic sense that there's a lot of massive opportunity to infiltrate everything that's wrong, which I think is in process right now. It may appear like all police are bad, but they'll wake up. Um, it's a matter of when. But ultimately, if one knows the answer to everything, if one's showing up and saying they have the answers to everything, then one would imagine that if you knew the answer to everything, then part of knowing the answer to everything is that everybody else has to know the answer to everything too. Otherwise, it's manipulating and controlling. You know more than somebody else, so you can take advantage of somebody else because you know the answer to everything while they don't. So I would think that that is the first golden rule when the answer to everything shows up. So, um, with that being true, it's okay, how do you share the answer to everything with everybody on the planet? Kind of an overwhelming, okay, if that's the life mission, that's a little overwhelming, because it's like I gotta walk the talk. Because part of knowing everything means um, we learn best from example. When somebody else is saying, hey, that looks like that is cool, I want to live just like that, then the rest of the gang will follow. It's like every job that's negative right now can actually be transformed into something positive. If everybody wants to be greedy, it's like be greedy at the benefit of all of society, not through handouts, but hand ups. We don't know how to do that. We know how to create problems and put a nonprofit there to put a band-aid on it so that that problem is quiet. So we never know that there's a cause there that's actually doing harm to people. So to me, it's like, if you know what the problem is, whatever it is your problem is, if you go into your problem to see what your solution is, that's employment opportunity. You will be a savant at solving the problem that you are dealing with. If it happens to be banking, if you have, if it's legal, whatever health issue that you are challenged with, whatever problem you are dealing with, when you find the solution to it, then that is the next career you should be getting yourself into, and you need to sell yourself. That's what Evil's done, is they were selling the globe a story that everybody bought into, so now all you got to do is sell a completely different story that everybody else wants to get in on. I don't think that life is meant to suffer. I think, like, if you did want to create like heaven on earth for everybody, where everybody's loving life, you got to get a list of how do you love life. It can't be with stuff that destroys the planet. There's, like, for example, if you want to have fun, you need a drug. You need alcohol, or you need pot, or you need some form of drug to experience a happy experience. And it's like, is that really true? Do you really need stuff to make yourself have a really good time? um, Selling nothing with getting the biggest rewards is going to be the most profitable thing on the planet. You just got to be creative. How can you get happy? How can you have the most happiest experience of your life with nothing? When you know the trick to that, people will buy it. If it's something that keeps you young, that you're always going to be in perfect shape, you can sell that. And it's nothing, it's just a thought. So there's so much potential out there and just, it's all about changing people's thoughts and perspectives. And it's, first you got to sell yourself. I got to change my thoughts and perspectives. It's like, okay, I know this shit. I know what aged me. I know, and the fact that I'm aging now means I ain't living the way the mindset needs to reverse this. But I know how to get there. So as long as I know how to get there, I can one day. And then I can sell them, because a lot of people don't want to grow old. But the problem is about growing old is, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live as you grow old? You got to kind of love the experience. You can't grow old so you can't do anything. You know, you have to have the opportunities that make your life exciting. They do say that people that are in old age homes, if they do these visualizations of remember when you were 16, then all of a sudden people that are in these old age homes are able to do an awful lot more than what they thought they could do. So you need these suggestions out there that, you know, actually create a life you love. So, first of all, you got to know how to love your life. When you know how to love your life, then you have to sell that to the rest of the world. It's not about picking up a gun and thinking that's a way of solving a problem. It's like there's another problem, um, and just let people play out their problems to the point of how is it working, you know. And I'm telling you that when I was locked into the system and needed to feed my kids and had to work 24/7, if anybody came up to me and said, love is the answer, I would have just shot them dead. Because it's like nobody took love as currency to buy that food. And nobody really quite had the words to say that I know it's really, really painful, but when you see the love, try and feel as much love as possible. Just feel it while you're in a world of pain and hate. Then your body makes those chemicals and your life responds in a way that you love it. If somebody would have told me that, it would have saved me a lot of hell if they knew how to explain it in a way that I could comprehend it at the time. Because don't tell me love is the answer. But love is the only way. Love and peace gets you asking better questions. When you ask better questions to the universe, you'll get better answers. And when you get better answers, then you get confident. And when you get confident, then it's time to just start selling yourself to the world. Everybody here on this planet has a purpose, and your purpose is to sort of fix all the problems in the world. Fix your problem. If everybody fixed their own personal problem, all problems would be fixed. And chances are there's more than one of you suffering from the same problem that y'all get together and solve those individual problems together. You start a new industry. I personally think it's going to be the opposite of everything that we dislike. So I dislike working this hard. So I think the new future is going to be you know how to work less and earn more. The products that we love enjoying our life with are going to actually be better for the planet, more healthier for humanity than not healthy. It doesn't mean that I can't go out on a boat, just means the boat is actually going to be good for marine life and sea and air, and you know, all you have to do is visualize the potential and say, okay, well, how can that be done? We're only looking at doing things within an old system, but it's possible to change into a completely new system. It's like evil wants you to outwit, outsmart, outplay. And you know, you have to play outside of their systems, which means if you get a good idea, don't patent it, because who you patent it with? You're sending your good idea to the corporate structure that's going to do everything to make sure your a good idea isn't founded. But the new way is introduce it for free. And if it's a good idea, everybody should know about it. And you know that you're dealing with evil if it's a secret, and that's what patents are, is because one guy has to be rich off one idea. Yeah, there's nothing new. I am adding one small little difference to a lot of people's ideas. There's nothing that I came up with that it came from myself. A lot of it was from self but was confirmed through other people and the works of other people. So there's no way that I could say I am the owner of something. It's a universal ownership. It's information that's out there for anybody. My job may be of the teaching, the sharing, the example of, and that is my worth. But we all have worth in different ways. Peace out.